Breaking news.
Drama! Yes, drama when it comes to Manchester United.
It's all kicking off.
Man United won't break the bank for him. And if Man United won't break the bank for him, they've got other targets.
It's been a great week. It's been a great week filled with being told by Arsenal fans or reminded by Arsenal fans that this is the team that's got one game a week. They weren't doing anything midweek. They're out of all the competitions. That was their cup final. Can't wait for you to drop points or lose to Fulham. All of that stuff. Being told Harry Wilson's coming for you. Fulham, if they win, going to the top four. Man United will be back to normal. Their cup final's out the way. Blah, 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 blah. So what happens? We turn our attentions to Sunday now. We've feasted on Arsenal fans. We've wound them up. We've got the responses we wanted. We've been on their necks. Okay, they didn't like it. They didn't enjoy it. They've moved on, as are we to our next game when we decide. And we just take care of Fulham on the weekend. That's what we do. We don't have any excuses. Arsenal fans laughing at us, which was a disgrace. In my DMs, laughing that finally, oh, look, Dorgu's injured. That's what you get, karma. They couldn't take that. But we don't make excuses. Let's put Cunha in on the left and keep it stepping, keep it moving. 3 points at Old Trafford, please. Game by game. We haven't got a proper coach. We don't have a permanent manager or head coach. We're just trying to keep our head above water. Like we've been reminded, we ain't in the competitions. We're a terrible team. So we just go to the next game, mate. Yeah, that's all we do. 3 points against Fulham because that's how this is going to run. Yeah, 3 out of 3. Simple things. Smash a like on the video, people. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Good morning, top of the morning to you. Happy Friday. What are you guys telling me? How are you guys feeling?
Yes, Friday feelings. Good morning. Welcome back to the Transfer View. And as Flex said, simple as, you know what I mean? We've had 2 massive results, 2 big victories against the 2 best in the league. Now we're expected to win against Fulham. We're expected to get results. And when it comes to expectation, that sometimes is difficult, Flex. Yeah, what you expect to happen, what you expect to achieve. Well, it's always good to have a bit of a helping hand to match those expectations, to match those achievements, particularly when it comes to your fitness goals, particularly when it comes to your weight loss goals, your life goals. And how can you have that helping hand? It begins with an O. OP, overpowered? No, Optimum.
Today's video is sponsored by our friends at Oxford Natural and their all-new natural supplement, Optimum Day and Night. Thousands across the UK, USA and beyond are smashing their health goals with Oxford Natural. Optimum Day gives you steady energy, curbs your cravings and keeps your metabolism firing all day. Optimum Night helps you relax, get restorative sleep, recover and keep burning fat while you rest. It's not a magic pill, but it will help you reach your health goals. Check out some of the incredible results. 2 of our own. OWEN lost over 100 pounds in 10 months. And KG dropped 30 pounds in 4 months. In 8 months, football legend Michael Owen lost 35 pounds. And Robbie from AFTV, Don Robbie, lost over 80 pounds. And in 6 months, Anita, an award-winning immigration lawyer, lost 44 pounds. And Linda, a law firm executive, lost over 50 pounds. No gimmicks, no needles, just results. Oxford Natural, let's get to work.
Yes, let's get to work indeed. As always, you can scan that QR code right there to subscribe and save up to 70% off. You can get your Optimum Day, which is good for your weight loss goals. You can get your Optimum Night there being thrown aggressively at Fleck for your restorative sleep. You can get them individually or combined any which way you please, depending on your goals. As always, all the information is in the video description below. The link is in the chat. It's pinned in the comment section, pinned in the chat. It's all over the place, so you can click it.
It's everywhere.
Everywhere. You can get Optimized today. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Optimized.
Optimized.
Yeah. One more time. Optimized. Optimized today. Yes, indeed. And as Clipboard Keith says, yeah, all that stress eating watching United doesn't count. No more, mate. No more stress eating. Relax.
Doesn't happen anymore. Yes.
Relaxed settings, yeah. I would go back and see that match view at the weekend against Arsenal. Flex was very relaxed, weren't you, Flex? You were completely relaxed.
Chilled. Always knew he was going to win, mate.
no shouting, no like heart attacks, anything like that. You were good. You were very, very calm. You didn't do any sort of outbursts, any impressions. It was nice and relaxed. You know what I mean? That's because you're optimized. You know
Just relaxed and chilled, mate. Brought me right down.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Yes. But today we are going to be talking about a variety of different topics. As you mentioned, we're playing Fulham at the weekend, and there's a bit of confidence. There's a bit of expectation, which is going to be interesting.
A lot of expectation, not a bit. A lot. Total expectation.
Yeah.
At Stratford Signal Super Shattered 10 Emirati dirhams. What happens Manu/Kuna is injured. Glinio's win.
What happens, Flex, if Cobby and Cunha gets injured?
Well, I mean, that is a very not pessimistic, but because it can happen. But I don't want you to put that out there. But if that happened and Cunha got injured, then probably Mason Mount would have to play on the left. There might have to be an emergency meeting for Ahmad to play on the left, an emergency meeting for Mbeumo to play on the left and play Seshko up front. There'll be emergencies, not ideal situations, but emergencies. If Cobby got injured, then again, you're looking at either Bruno having to go back one into midfield, or of course, Ugarte having to play in there, and then maybe Xerxes going in a 10, or Mason Mount just off the front, or mixing it up and put Ahmad just off the front and put Mount on the wing. You know what I mean? Different pieces to the puzzle. But I see what you're saying about Glinios win, because basically you're saying, where's our support? Where's our players? Can we do something in the last few days of the transfer window? Which I do hear you, Stretford Signal. I do hear you, brother. Should
we get another player, though? That's the question.
I think we've been talking about this. It's the players. It depends what's available, innit? What's there on short-term loan? I mean, obviously, what we can't be doing, one thing we can't do is, see the likes of a Raheem Sterling, who's been, inactive for 3 years, bro. 3 years he's been active for. Or was it 2 years? I think it might even be 2 years. Whatever it is, we can't make the sins of the past. And he's on a free where there's no transfer, when there's no transfer fee. Just like a short-term thing to the end of the season to just support for something like this, for something like what Stretford, if Cunha gets injured, what do you do? You don't want to be in a position where that third choice, it might not even play, it's just backup, but that third choice shouldn't be Raheem Sterling.
So you're categorically on record, Manchester United should not sign Raheem Sterling.
Well, I think it would be silly, wouldn't it?
Because
a player hasn't played in 2 years.
I'll be honest, Flex, I did a bit of a cardinal sin yesterday on the morning show. Did a bit of a cardinal sin. I leaked messages. Between us.
Right.
And I told the UV community what you messaged me the other night.
What did I message
you? What?
When
you messaged me, it reminded me of a little bit like a kid who's asking their parents something that they know they're not allowed to do, but they ask anyway, just to sort of judge reaction, just to sort of gauge, how bad would the reaction be? When you sort of go, I know I meant to be revising, but imagine I went out and,
I used to do that to my mum.
You know what I mean?
I used to do that at bedtimes. Oh, it's getting late. Imagine I could carry on watching this extended episode of EastEnders. Get to bed. Yeah, no, I am saying, I was joking.
I know, but just sort of just secretly just wanted to judge. I knew it was a risk, but I didn't. I just wanted to.
Well, I'll tell you what.
This is what you did. This is what you did.
I messaged you right here. I can see it here. Sterling on a free until the end of the season. Cover for Cunha with Jamaican flags. Nah, just joking. And then you said, I'm going to block you. And I said, it was just a joke, man. Wasn't being serious.
And then you posted a tweet about it as well.
Exactly. Sterling on a free to the end of the season as cover for Cunha. Eyes, Jamaica emoji. Nah, only joking. Silly move. Eyes. Seriously, though, we can't do that.
See, this is why people call you a flip-flop. This is why people call you a flip-flop, Flex.
Why?
Because
don't do that.
Because in the tweet, you've flip-flopped 3 times.
How? My closing statement is seriously, we can't do that. Look,
Sterling
I was
on
only joking. Look, see?
Sterling on a free as covered to the end of the season. Eyes emoji. Now only joking. So now you've just established you're joking. Silly move with the eyes emoji. Oh, is it that silly? Seriously, though, we can't do that. So that's like two flip-flops in one tweet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's all about what you end on. It's a shit sandwich.
Again, it's like the
look. Trace says there, put the rum down. I thought I was drinking rum. I said was only joking. You know,
with the eyes. You know what I mean?
Even go down a bit. I think I responded to someone else.
I was only. You might as well have gone. I was only joking. Eyes. Drink rum. You know what I mean?
No.
You know what I mean? No. That's what basically.
We can't, bro. We can't do that. We can't.
To the end of the season. What if United? What if?
No, because there's no point. Because like you said, if Cobby, we've got enough.
Pay as you play. Or if it was pay as you play, Flex.
Listen, I'm not getting involved in all that, Owen. He hasn't played in 2 years.
so
I'm not getting involved in his I'm not. Listen, miss me with all that, Owen. Yeah, I ain't trying to get into the intricacies of how Raheem and like people said, mate. You know, you don't want to complete. He's played for City. He's played for Liverpool. He's played for Arsenal. You know, he's played for all the big clubs since he started playing football. So I ain't really trying to see that just until the end of the season, like just for 4 months. Basically,
Josh.
Might not.
You're so right. You don't know how the eye emoji works. It's so true. Well, because when you do the eyes emoji like that, that's if to say like, oh, am I joking or am I not joking? Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe that kind of thing.
Oh, is that how people view it? Oh, well, if I'd have known that, then I wouldn't have put the eyes. That's misleading, then, isn't it? I wouldn't have done that. If I'd have known that the eyes insinuate sort of being unsure and maybe, Flex. Then I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that.
Now you're doing the.
I wouldn't have done that.
I don't. If that's up
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Hold
on a minute. Talking about what's been put there.
Well,
you've put the eyes back to me. You've put the eyes as well. You've reacted with the eyes. I can see it right there.
Where?
Yeah, you did. It was just a joke, man. Wasn't being serious with the eyes, and you've responded with the eyes.
Oh no, I said I'm going to block you, and then I just put the eyes. Yeah, because I know how to use the eyes emoji. I use the eyes emoji back at you as if to say, because you went, "It's just a joke, man." Wasn't being serious, and I'm giving you the eyes as if, yeah, of course not. You are being.
Or are
serious.
you giving me the eyes?
I
of
know
like,
you.
Oh, see, or hold on, wait a minute, Owen. Hold on, wait a minute,
say,
Owen.
I know you.
Or are you putting the eyes there?
Here
like,
is nasty
what are you,
work.
Eyes?
Flex.
Oh yeah, I know you. I know that you're serious, not serious as well, Flex. Oh yeah. Oh, are you doing that? I don't know. Maybe you've just left a corridor of opportunity of where that could be that. I don't know. But anyway, we all agree, guys, can we just make this serious? We all agree that we're not doing that. We don't agree with that. And we all agree with that. I agree. We agree. We're all on the same page. I know what we're arguing over.
Yeah.
You know?
Fine.
Because, you know what I mean? It's better to get nobody. It's better to have no backup at all. And just...
Well... Where's KG when you need him? Write him in the book of accountability. Flex on the record as if to say he doesn't want Raheem Sterling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't. No. Yeah. And it's not a thing. And in all honesty, let's be serious for 2 seconds. Obviously, it's not going to happen. I'm just messing about. Messing about.
You'll probably go to a London club. You'll probably end up going like West Ham or Paris or somewhere like that.
Which makes total sense. And obviously, the Jamaican. I always have that little running joke of like Leon Bailey and Sterling. I always got a soft spot for Sterling because he's from the borough of Brent. That's where I grew up. Like, it's a big success story. He's from Jamaica. Of course, I'm Jamaican. Like, I really respect Raheem Sterling, and I hate what's happened to him. Huh?
I'm Jamaican as well.
Oh, Jamaican. Well, exactly. So you get what I mean. So you understand what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying.
I forgot the other day, Flex. I'm not even bullshitting you. This is 1,000,000% true. I did genuinely grow up in a place that's not that far from another place nearby called Kingston.
Oh, Kingston upon Thames, is it?
No, called Kingston Bagpoos.
Who?
Or Bagpoos. Yeah.
Bro, I've never heard of that in my whole life. Is that in England?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Google it.
Kingston.
You might not be able to spell it. I might have to type it out.
Kingston Bag. Oh, there it is. There, no, Bagpoosey. Yeah, village in England. Yeah, there you go. Kingston Bagpoosey is a village in the civil parish of Kingston Bagpoosey with Southmore. Oh, it's twinned with another one. In the Vale of Whitehorse district, in the county of Oxfordshire. England. It is about 6 miles west of Abingdon. It
Yep.
was part of Berkshire until the 1974 boundary changes transferred it to Oxfordshire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kingston Bagpoosie. Never heard of that.
So
Wow.
what you're looking at right here is a real yard man. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me.
You are from Kingston.
So
You are from Kingston, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fairs.
Yeah.
Fairs.
Yeah.
In the Second World War, there was a satellite airfield in RAF Abingdon. Oh, I can't bother to read all that. Oh, look, there's a cricket club there. Here's the amenities that are there. You got a cricket club. You got a bowls club, men and women's. And you've got an amateur theatre group. Did you ever go to the amateur theatre group, Owen? No? You're on mute. You're on mute.
A Jamaican, I'm a Jamaican.
Yeah, it's because I can't get the soundboard, you know what I mean? But that's me.
Yeah. Well, you've got another claim to fame. Film and television. In 2012, the feature film Taught Us in Love was filmed in the village. The film was funded entirely with crowdfunding from the Kingston Bagpoosie and the neighbouring village of Southwold. So you lot paid for it yourself? Downton Abbey's been there. That's big.
Yeah.
That's big. That's big.
They do a lot of the stuff like, you know, that Blenheim
All the
Palace is
old
near
stuff.
there and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. Any Downton Abbey fans?
Yeah.
My mum's a massive Downton Abbey fan. She loves it.
Never
I
seen
got
it.
her an
Never
experience of it for Christmas. Yeah, neither have I. It looks terrible, but it's a
Yeah.
big program. My mum likes it, so I bought her a Downton Abbey experience thing. So I was like, go and watch that crap in real life. You can go and see it. Right, back to Manchester United.
Yeah.
Away from Raheem Sterling. Obviously, we're not going to get him, but to Stretford Signal's point, he's basically saying Ineos are going to be the real winners here. And
are they?
Do you know what? We need to start being able to speak sensibly here because we're on a good run and we're starting to. So you must know what I mean when I say this, okay? I don't think they are. I don't think they are the biggest winners, and that means you're letting Ineos off. Exactly. Sympathizer.
By the way,
you're against the
by the
protest.
way, actually,
you know,
I was going to say should clarify there is a protest this weekend.
Yes.
If you do want to find out all the information on it, I think it's all over the socials. 1958, of course, will be organising it. I think it's like the largest ever protest they've done. It is a bit of a weird one because obviously the atmosphere is quite good in comparison to what it's been for the last couple of years because we've won these couple of games, but it doesn't change the wider issue, which is, as I said before, those that are sort of saying, oh, well, maybe you should be praising Ineos now because they made the decision to sack Ruben Amorim and look what it's done to our season. You go, no, they've still put us through 2 years of shit. You know, I'm not going to praise them for 2 weeks of bliss. When this is, you know, some of the stuff they sort of promised, you know, way back when, and are they even delivering it at this point? We shall see. So that is still ongoing because, you know, you get the people that will say, you don't even talk about it and this, that, and the other. So that is ongoing this weekend. As I mentioned, you can find out all the information on social media if you wish to participate.
I will say, big up Court Star. Big up Court Star. He's like, bun 1958 for blocking the man. Listen, I saw it through third hand because obviously I'm blocked, so the unity doesn't usually extend to myself in terms of you're welcome to, you know, I've always offered I had conversations quite a few years ago for a few different altercations that were highly publicized. And I tried to, there was an olive branch, but obviously I've been blocked ever since. So through third, I will still back the message. I saw their message about, they're saying that, listen, we're playing well. It's never been about the playing squad and, you know, this, that, and the other. It's always been about the higher ups, and that doesn't change because of 2 results. It's never been about Ruben. It's never been about Ollie. And that I do agree with. So, yeah, just because, like someone said there, like, forget that 1958 bun there. Like, just because I'm personally blocked because they got an issue with me, I don't disagree with the message they're trying to do. It's just that I'm clearly not welcome to help them do it. But I'll use our platform to inform that it's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and there's lots of different ways, I suppose, you can get involved, even if you're not at the protest, because you can't, you know, geographically be there or anything like that. There's still ways you can get involved by sharing the message online. I was part of a group of people that put out a message, the United is Broken thing, a couple of weeks ago, and, you know, try and spread the message because, like you, there's, you know, it's difficult for unity because I'm the same. There's people that I'm blocked by, you know what I mean? And I can't really, you know what I mean? you can't have full
What
unity.
can you do?
You know
I
what
can't
mean?
even repost their thing. I can't even go on their
Exactly,
thing and press repost because it won't
exactly,
let me. It's blocked.
exactly.
Can't engage with any of their posts.
So what you can do is, find people that you can and just try and do your best. You know what I mean? And try and do your bit, which is hopefully will lead to something this weekend. We shall see. But as far as the question there about who's going to be replacing Patrick Dorgu in this United side, what are we saying, Flex? Mateus Cunha? Is that what it's going to be until Dorgu comes back? Is it going to be a solution we had thought of? Perhaps, with I had this discussion with James last night because we had it a couple of weeks ago, talking about one of the conundrums for Carrick was how do you get Ahmad and Mbeumo in the same side? Because obviously they were the right-hand side under Ruben Amorim, and it's not going to work like that in a 4-2-3-1. And the solution was Mbeumo goes up front, Ahmad goes on the right. Now, that may have changed anyway for the Fulham game at the weekend because it's a different game. You're going to have more of the ball. Is it maybe a game for Šeško up front? What is it something like that? But now with maybe Dorgu going out, do you have Ahmad move over to the left and Mbeumo to the right, Šeško up front? Do you just go, the easiest one is just, Dorgu's out, put Cunha in on the left-hand side, that's it? What do you think the replacement is?
So there's two bits to this. There's one that, like, the Fulham game could have always looked a bit different because it's Fulham, so he was going to give Šeško his first start. However, Mbeumo playing as well as he's played in the last two games against City and Arsenal, I don't want to change him, really. Scored 2 in 2. It's one of those things where you go, that's a bit unlucky. But I would probably keep everything the same and just put Cunha in. Just put Cunha in. You just play how we played for a part of the Arsenal game, and then obviously I think Mbeumo came off, didn't he? And then Šeško came.
Yeah, Šeško
what happened?
Came
was
on,
it Mbeumo? Was it? What was that? What was the changes? Was it?
Šeško
It was. I think
on,
it was.
he was involved in the last.
No, he
goal,
came
wasn't
on, but did he come on for Mbeumo? I think he did. Because I was like, you'd have to bring on Cunha now. You have to bring on Cunha. Yeah, I think it was.
Šeško came on for Dorgu.
Oh, at the time. Oh, yeah, because I remember thinking that we'll bring on Cunha now. I remember thinking, we'll bring on Cunha now.
Cunha came on for Mbeumo in the 68th minute, and then Šeško came on for Dorgu.
Oh, later on. Oh, so the first change was the Dorgu one, or was it Mbeumo?
The first change was Cunha for Mbeumo, and then the second change, which was in the 68th minute, and then in the 81st minute, it was Šeško for Dorgu.
Right. Okay.
Which is quite interesting, actually, isn't it? So basically, Cunha kind of went sort of false nine for a little bit, I suppose.
And if Dorgu didn't get injured, we would have finished the game like that, really.
And then later on, Dorgu gets injured, so Cunha goes out to the left, and then Šeško goes through the middle, and then that shape is how we score that last goal. So maybe what that tells you that we finished with. Maybe he goes with that.
Yeah, but I think he ended up at that shape because of the way the game was going, who got injured. I think. No, and again, every game's different. So we're talking in hypotheticals. We could be saying all of this, and the plan was to always give Šeško a start against Fulham. We don't know. And the two type of games that because City and Arsenal are such specific type of skill sets that you need. You need Mbeumo running off and doing a madness and engaging. Fulham's different. Fulham is different, where you might need a bit of a link man to do what Šeško can do, and then you got runners off him and Mbeumo one side, Ahmad on the other, or do you know what I'm saying? Who knows? I don't know. But what I was listening to there, what you were saying was, it was interesting, is that when he got to make his first change was, I want to keep that dynamism up front, that movement, that false nine. I want to keep that
quick.
And he went straight to Cunha. And then the way the game panned out, obviously Šeško had to come in and Cunha had to go to left. So I don't know. I would probably, just for continuity, it's not that you can still play on the front foot with that team. It's not like with Mbeumo up front, it means you have to sit off and only hit on the counter-attack. It would look even better against Fulham, in my opinion. Like, you have more of the ball, create more chances. So I would imagine that it would just be Cunha for Dorgu. I would imagine. But we're in uncharted territories, Michael Carrick. We don't know, do we? We've never seen this before. We don't know.
Like you said. And this is why this one's really interesting this weekend, because as we said earlier on, there is expectation to win. And there's also an understanding of, well, it's got to be different than what it was against City and Arsenal, because the game's totally different. And even Carrick, to be fair, said that going into the Arsenal game, didn't he? He sort of said that anyone that thinks, it's just going to be exactly the same as it was against City, these are totally different games. One's at home, one's away. For all of the Pep Arteta comparisons, because they worked together for so many years, they don't really play that similar of football.
No, they play completely different.
Arsenal are far more pragmatic than Manchester City, right? So it's a completely different, beast you're facing. And then it's the same for Fulham, is they can be very, very adaptable because they're a mid-table team, going away from home. So they'll probably be a bit more of a defensively minded approach, but they'll still play. Marcus Silva still likes, Fulham to play. But Man United will have more of the ball than they've had in these first 2 games. And maybe that's where having someone like Cunha instead of Dorgu might benefit us because we are going to have more of the ball. Cunha is that person of, you might create something out of nothing with the ball at his feet, can maybe, find some penetrating passes or a little bit of magic, which we might need, Fulham are resolute. So it's a totally different game. And then to your point with the Šeško one, I agree with you that if you play Mbeumo up front, that doesn't mean you're just doing transition counter-attack, because that does a disservice to Mbeumo. But it might be one where, Carrick and his team and Steve Holland and co think, actually, you know what, having Šeško for this game might be the best thing. They've seen something in some of the Fulham defenders.
Exactly.
They think, actually, it's best for us if we do have someone a little
Who
bit
would it be?
taller in
Bassi
there or
and
something
Anderson,
like that.
innit? What was Fulham's last game?
Well, this will be KG's audition for Bassi, won't he? He's been an advocate for Bassi to OT, so maybe this.
I don't want to say that, mate. Bassi scored last time he played against us. Him and Iwobi.
I think so.
Remember they got the winners.
So
against Brighton, their team was. Bassi didn't start, but he's only just got back in it. Who's that? Kusenya? I don't know how you say that. And Anderson, Castagna Robinson, of course, Iwobi, Zanderberg, Smith Rowe 10. That Kevin on the left. Don't want to be eating my words, but I've seen that Kevin. He's a bit like Doku, a bag of tricks, not much end product. Harry Wilson, who's just killing it right now. Super dangerous. Obviously, Raul Jimenez up front. Leno in goal was the last team they played. Who was on the bench? Chiquezi's there. He's good. Tom Kane.
They're just a strange team, Fulham.
Calvin Bassey, unused sub. Yeah.
Whenever any team plays him, you sort of go, I reckon they'll probably beat Fulham. And then Fulham win more games than you think. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you go,
exactly.
Or they're one of those teams, they go under the radar and you go, but like Fulham have won their last 2 or 3 games at Craven Cottage. And you go, have they?
Right.
You
don't realise.
It's kind of they're kind of a bit of a weird team.
But away from home, just looking at them, it is a bit preview vibe. Shout out to the preview gang. We'll get the preview later on. But just looking at them, they don't travel well. They lost to Leeds last away game. Last away game before that, didn't win at Palace. Beat West Ham. Didn't win at Newcastle. Won at Burnley.
Doesn't mean anything, Fleck. They knocked us out of the FA Cup last season at Old Trafford. I remember that game.
Exactly.
It's
true.
So,
just got to go and do your job.
Exactly. Do your job. Speaking of which, we've got close to 1,000 people watching. We're 2 likes away from 200 likes. Let's see if we can get the likes up to 500 or close to. And as you saw earlier on, super chats when they come in. I'm not even sure why that one played because it wasn't a green, but test it out. see what happens, see if they continue to come up. It is your show and you can get involved as much as you like. I did see this on social media this morning, Fleck, as well.
What's that?
And I'm nervous about showing it to KG the comedian because I know this is the kind of thing that will certainly pull on his heartstrings. And I know you two are not allowed to joke about this, so this might.
Yes. Okay. Well, can you put a disclaimer up, please? First of all, that this is not me joking. Oh, because that's it. I had to talk about this on TalkSport the other day as well. By the way, there's joking about it, and then there's having to talk about it in a real capacity. We all agree with that, don't we?
That's fine. Let's talk. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. That's the thing you're. And you prohibited yourself from saying wasn't any external pressure. You prohibited yourself from just. You can't say that basically Michael Carrick should get the job, even as a joke.
Yeah, even as a joke.
You can't even say that. So yes, Lisandro Martinez has done an interview, and he said, "For me, when you touch my heart, I will give everything for you." And he, Michael Carrick, touched it already, and you can see that on the pitch we give everything.
Did he say that? Is that what he said? And then all of a sudden we're getting Martinez 10 out of 10 masterclasses.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what would you like to discuss about that quote? What is it you're asking me?
Well, what's your reaction to that quote?
My reaction to that is that it shows that Michael Carrick's had a big impression already. It shows that we saw it after the Man City
touched
game.
His heart, Flex.
Yeah,
touched
exactly.
His heart.
He's had a big impression, made a big impression on the group, especially him. We saw it from the horse's mouth, didn't we, after the City game? He said, what Carrick and his staff have done in only 3 days is unbelievable. He said the word unbelievable. They've been unbelievable. What they've done, how they've got us to do this. And, you know, players respond, innit? Players respond to people. Look, Kobbie Mainoo's playing, you know, well again, you know, because Carrick likes him, respects him, loves him, believes in him. We're seeing, you know, look at what Dorgu was doing, you know. Cunha just bit between. They've all got a bit between their teeth, the whole squad. So I think it's going to be reminiscent, or it's going to echo, I think, throughout the squad of what they think about Carrick. And I do know that if we keep winning all these football matches, 100% the players will be convinced. They will. They will. The players will be like, listen, if they all had a meeting, not now, it's only 2 games, but say we keep going and, you know, we're running away with top 4 and things go like we want it / think it will, which is in an upwards trajectory. Yeah, we'll lose a games here or there. We'll drop points. I mean, we're not going to win every game. But as the tide turns and the positivity is better, and more importantly, the confidence in the group is there and the results are there to back it up playing in this way, the players will be like, I just hope he stays. Obviously, they don't have a say in it. Well, you never know. I think Ineos will look at the end of the season, if he keeps going on the right path, and do things like consult with the leadership group, how's the feeling in the dressing room. These are all things that happen. And there won't be a bad word to be said about Michael Carrick. Rightly so, especially if he carries on in this vein and gets us European footballs, Champions League football. So, yeah, my thing to that is not surprised, very pleased, because everyone's confident. You can see that they're confident. And I just want it to continue game by game. There's still a lot of tests. There's a lot of different types of tests. Like tomorrow is one of them. Sunday is one of them. It's the first. It's not the first big test, because, I mean, first big test could you beat City. Second big test could you beat. They're all tests in different ways. And they're passing with flying colours. So, but yeah, I'm not surprised to see. And someone like Lisandro, who is that passionate, I believe him. Like, if you get into his psyche and get him charged up, and he knows you believe in him, like in a way of saying, touch his heart, he will run through brick walls for you. He will.
Yeah. No, he certainly will. I've actually got, it's actually a clip. We play the full clip of what he says here, so we get full context.
If you play for United, it's because you have something. We know how important it was to win the last 2 games.
I like that top, by the way. It's wicked.
And in the sense, when the next game you don't play in the same way with the same standard. We are ready for the next game. I think the mentality is there, which is really important, and we have to keep showing.
What difference has Michael Carrick made?
Look at the smile.
Instant smile.
I'm impressed about him, about his body language, his energy, his communication as well, the staff as well, very close to the players, the way he trusts the players, the way he talks, the way he connects with each other is unbelievable.
Has it been those particular aspects that have helped you to have these performances in the last couple of matches? Because notice as well, individual players, your level seems to have raised across these games. Is that the support of the new staff and the detail and some of the things you've just talked about that's made that difference?
Yeah, for sure. I think if you play for Manchester United, it's because you have something. You need people who understand your quality. You need people who take your best as well, you know. And I think Michael is doing that. He's taking the best from everybody, not just the players, but also the staff, the standard, the structure that he demands. That is really important. And for me,
he's very soft-spoken, isn't he?
When you touch my heart,
Yeah, he is.
I will give everything for you. And he touched it already, and you can see that on the pitch we give everything.
I tell you what, he's very well spoken. I tell you what, and you can tell that's no BS when he's talking, is it? You know what I mean?
The video gives it a bit of different context.
Yeah,
I'm glad you put that on.
He means it, doesn't he? You know what I mean? He means it. Like the way he was talking about him at the start. Bloody hell! You know what I mean?
I'm telling you,
he means it.
Them man, they didn't. They thought Ruben ain't levels. Like I know we said that they didn't stop running for him, so they maintained professionalism, because you can maintain professionalism, but like within it, you're like, fucking, what is this? What is this, man? This is dead. And the way he's speaking, I'm so glad we've seen that video rather than just seeing that paragraph of a quote you put out, because that is completely different context. That the way he's talking about him was just like fucking Sir Alex Ferguson, mate. Like the way what he's done and how he connects with us is unbelievable. He's done this. You can feel the energy. And like I say, Leach is a big character in there. That will echo throughout. How can it not echo when we won 2 out of 2 in the manner that we have? that you can tell. So the players will like him. The players, that's why, and then that transmits to us. Now, obviously, again, that doesn't mean you're going to win every game just because you talk like that. But it fills me with confidence as a fan that I know my team's turning up in the right shape as a minimum. That's what we weren't getting before. I know my team's pulling up to the game with belief, with confidence, bravery, ready to fight, ready to run, ready to give themselves, tick all the boxes that you're supposed to tick for your pre-match stuff. I don't believe that was happening before. I think players were going into it with no confidence. Players were going into it second-guessing the system. Player going into it thinking, what is this? What's going on? Probably, how's this going to go today? We saw Leach say it in games before. When we beat Liverpool, he was in the post-match thing. He's saying this is unbelievable result, but we have to do it next week. We can't just switch off, and I don't know that thing that's missing, but we've got to find. It was still not quite there. Do you know what I'm saying? So these are good signs. It doesn't mean you're going to win every single game, but it's a great start. It's a big shift.
I remember part of one of the reports from The Athletic after Amorim left. It was that bit about Leach squaring up to Amorim, wasn't it? About him coming back and getting back into the team and feeling that he was ready and this, that, and the other. So, and you watch Leach play. He's a passionate guy. I don't think, you don't think he sugarcoats, anything that he says. And he's not very good at hiding his emotions or keeping it in check. And I think just the little things there. First of all, like I said, I think he spoke really, really well in that clip. Speaks really well. I think his English is excellent as well. He's clearly a very passionate player, very actually thoughtful player too. Quite careful with the words that he says. And when he says stuff, he means it. And clearly he's already very happy with Carrick. And also, this is the part of it too, is it's his coaching staff. It's not just Michael Carrick. Of course, he's talking with reverence there about Michael Carrick, but it's also the coaching staff that help him put on the sessions and what have you. Yeah. And clearly, look, he's enjoying himself. It's very easy to enjoy yourself after victories, no doubt about that, and the big ones that we've had. But I would assume, to your point, there probably are people there, maybe Leach is included in that, where for the last year, they've been going, I tell you what, I'm not having this. This is a bit shit. You know what I mean? I'll try my best, but I'm not having this. And then, they have seen the change and then got the results and gone, see, I knew this wasn't good. I knew this wasn't right for me. Or I knew this wasn't working out, that kind of stuff. And look, whether that makes them criminals or this, that, and the other, who knows? But if it means more wins for us this season, hey, you know what I mean? I'm cool. Keep that atmosphere going, even if it is that's just vibes to the end of the season. And we find out 6 months later that actually the training sessions weren't that good and the tactics weren't that great. Because we'll probably find out that at some point, when Carrick's tenure is over, whenever it's over, there'll be some kind of, actually the training sessions were shit and the players didn't like it. But if the vibes are good now, if everyone's happy and everyone's playing well, then then that's good. Then that's good. Keep it alive.
Shout out Joe Black, who said there's over 1K watching, but let's push for 3,000 likes.
Nice.
Big up, Joe. Big up, Joe, man. You don't care if there's not 3,000 people watching. Like, we want 3,000 likes minimum. Yeah.
Standard.
So big up, Joe. Do you know what I'm saying? My guy, Joe.
Yeah.
Tabrez says Fulham is a bigger test than the two previous games, in my opinion. Where do you stand on that statement, Owen? It's because when you look at
one's in the chat if you agree with Tabs, 2 for no.
Yeah, I think in the context, in football terms, it's not. Mm-hmm. It's always to go to the Emirates and win, to do something no team has done this season to the best team in Europe. That is the hardest thing to do. The hardest thing to do is to get an away win at the Emirates. Statistically, it tells you that, energy, it tells you that, history tells you that, this season tells you that. What we've proved of recent years is it's hard for us to win a game at home on the front foot, go after City and, dispatch of them easy. That's a big test. So in terms of big tests, Michael Carrick.
No, it's not.
Oh.
I don't
that's think, a member. Oh, that's a member. Sorry, that's a member.
Yeah,
I
don't think.
Yeah.
Okay.
In terms of Michael Carrick taking the interim job or head coach job to the end of the season, and being told, right, what does my start look like? Your first 2 games are home against City, away at the Emirates. Oh, fuck me, that's
Yeah, it's a test.
Don't come much bigger than that, does it?
Yeah.
And then after that, what have I got? You got Fulham at home, Spurs at home. Okay, well, look at those. I'll take those. But those first two, Jesus. So that bit's true. However, in the context of us as fans and where this team has been, it's true what Tabarez is saying of like, we've got flash in the pan results, albeit not against Arsenal away, but we've beaten City along the way. We've beaten the Liverpool. We've beaten Chelsea. We can beat the big teams. We've proved that. But even if you look at this season, you look at Everton, monstrosity. You look at West Ham, monstrosity. You look at Brentford away, monstrosity. You look at, what was the other one? 4-4, Bournemouth. Those are the games. Those type of teams pulling up to Old Trafford are the ones where you go, these are the teams that you should be taking care of. And then the big 6 games are not a lottery, but you've got to not lose, you've got to stay in there, come out victorious. But it's true. So it's kind of both things can be true. Isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
I think they're different kind of tests, aren't they? Your test that you get against Man City and Arsenal is you're testing your quality, aren't you? You know, how good are you against the 2 best teams in the league? You know, what's your quality like? The test against Fulham isn't necessarily a test of quality, because the assumption is you've got better and more quality than them, but rather it's a test of mentality, isn't it? That's what's being tested at the weekend. Exactly. What is your mentality like against Fulham in a game that you're expected to win? You know, the first 2 games you had, you weren't necessarily expected to win, but you were testing your quality. Am I good enough to match up to some of the best players in the league? Now you're not having that against Fulham in terms of the player quality, but you're testing your mentality. Are you good enough? Are you mentally secure enough in your performance and in your skills to get the job done against a team that you are expected to be at home and continue this positive run of results? That's the key thing. And that's the thing, to your point, that Man United have failed that test so often over the last couple of years. It's been those, we've had big results against big teams. You know, even when Ten Hag was here, we didn't have him away from home, but we had him at home. Under Ruben, we had, you know, results against big teams, whether it be City or Arsenal or Liverpool. But it's those games at home where you're expected to win, where the ops are looking at you going, right, who are United playing today? Oh, they're playing this team at home. Oh, I'll have to wait till next weekend for maybe them to slip up. You know what I mean? It's those kind of games, and it's games that, you know, we haven't taken advantage of things, have we, against these kind of teams? So that's what we've got to do this weekend. And for all this talk about qualifying for the Champions League, and actually, Flex, last night I asked ChatGPT on Trafford Talk with James, the odds, or percentage chance, of Man United qualifying for the Champions League. And I used the latest data as things stand. And this was data that was of like January 28th. So it was up-to-date data. And if it's top 4 that only get the Champions League spots, Man United have around a 40% chance of qualifying for the Champions League this season. And if it's top 5, Man United have around 44% chance of qualifying for the Champions League this season. So we're sort of, we were surprised by that as well. We thought the 5th spot would open it up quite a lot. And basically the reason they gave 40 and 44% is because, and I want to make sure I get my numbers right here, but the gap in points between 4th spot and 11th spot is maybe like 4 points, I think, something like that. So 4th, we're on 38, 5 points, It's 5 points between Sunderland in 11th and Manchester United in 4th. They got
33.
So their point was basically, and it is true mathematically, that, well, you can't really put too high of a percentage, because if any team went on a run of, let's say, 3 or 4 games they won in a row, they would skyrocket up the table to like 4th in the league, most likely. And we've seen it, right? We've seen it between Brentford, they were on a run of winning games. They were up to like 5th in the Premier League, lost their last 2, down to 8th. Obviously, Liverpool, it was like, Liverpool, right? They're back now. They've sorted themselves out. Haven't won a game in their last 5, down to 6th. You know, Newcastle, they were bottom half for ages, weren't they? Got a few run of, they won 3 games in a row, up to 9th, but they haven't won their last 2, down to 9th. You know what I mean? So, and even Sunderland, who are now in 11th, earlier this season, they're like 3rd or something ridiculous.
Yeah, and now they're dropping off a little bit.
They've dropped down. So it just goes to show that basically, if you can put a run of even like 3 wins together or something like that, you will fly up the table, because it is so tight. I mean, you look at United's, obviously last 5, we haven't lost in our last 5. Actually, we've got some of the best recent form in the league. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
one of the most informed teams.
Most of the recent form in the league is not great. Like the only people who've got back-to-back wins in the whole league Actually, West Ham have got back-to-back wins, ironically, but obviously they're way out of it, so it doesn't matter. They're just trying to stay alive. But they've got back-to-back wins. Chelsea got back-to-back wins, and so have we. Everyone else, there's nobody else in the whole league that's won 2 in a row in the last 5 games. So, obviously it's a block of 5 each time, because like I said, we have 3 draws before that, City 3 draws before that, and then lost to us, and then they finally beat Wolves. Arsenal ain't been great. That's why they've dropped off. Last 3 games, they ain't won a game. They've got 2 draws and a loss in the last 3 games. So it's, look at Aston Villa, their form.
They're worthless and silly. Kept coins, buy money freely.
The songs won't always be this long, by the way.
Where goes this big money?
At Superch 4058 Super Shattered 5 euros. Feels different now, we have more of an identity and more pride in the team. If it carries forward, teams should beware.
If it carries forward. If. Big up Super Arch.
Do we have more of an identity now?
Well.
Too soon.
Well, it's a different identity straight away because the identity now is 4-4-2 off the ball. Essentially, Bruno was a 10/second striker. Everyone gets back in, double up on fullbacks where you can. Do you know what I mean? So it's a different identity. Is it more of an identity? We had a strong identity under Ruben. It was just shit. The identity is this back 5. Do you know what I mean? No matter whatever the weather, their man is staying on the pitch, changing centre halves all the time. Like the identity is there. I think you mean a better identity, a positive one. And that's true. We have a better identity now because I prefer this setup. I prefer what I've seen in the last 2 games. It's just whether we can carry that better identity on. All the things that Lisandro Martinez is talking about, can we carry that on into games that look like this Fulham one? Do you know what I mean? And that's where Tabres is coming into it. Like, this is the, because essentially, if we lost to Fulham, that's another thing, right? Not trying to be negative or anything. We have to talk about all these things. If we did lose to Fulham, it would be a shock because of how well we played in the last 2 games. But we also maybe don't want to get sucked into it was just lucky against them too. And, because 2 back-to-back games ain't lucky.
No.
But you can slip up in any game. Like, we could draw against Fulham. It could be so frustrating. You just, fucking hell, they got that penalty near the end. I can't believe it. We didn't close the game out. That was so silly. We drew. But the hounds would be out saying nothing's changed. This is why Carrick, because you'd be nowhere near it.
Would the hounds be out? Would the hounds be out?
Well, no.
I
mean from
maybe oppositions. Exactly.
I was gonna
say,
and from our fan base.
I don't think
fan
they.
Base, you never know.
I don't know. Wow, I say that. There will still be the Ruben Amarimas that for some reason have disappeared over the last 2 weeks. And then we'll suddenly comment back on the video going, "You got what you wanted."
Exactly.
But I thought back 4 and Cobby was meant to fix things, even though they haven't commented the last 2 weeks. That's weird, isn't it? I would think they probably, even if we didn't get the result we were looking for against Fulham, I don't think there would be too much hounds out from within the United fan base though overall, because for the same reason that going into that Arsenal game, we did have a little bit of confidence because it was the nature of the performance against City, wasn't it? It was like, we haven't seen us play that well across 90 for like 2 years. So that's why we're confident going into the Arsenal game. And the Arsenal fans didn't believe us. We proved them wrong. And I think it kind of would be the same going into this game of like, even if we didn't get the result, as long as the performance was there, then I think there still would be this, yeah, but it's better than what we had been seeing for a while. You know what I mean? I think that would be the case, but I really don't expect that. I again, and maybe I'm deluded here, but I think we'll win. I don't know if it'll be super straightforward. But what's Flex doing here?
Didn't think it would start straight away. I was just loading something up, but I didn't think it would start straight away.
Wow, play it. What have you got?
Yeah.
What have you got?
Well, I was gonna just lead up to it and just like, I wasn't
go on, play it. What have you got?
Well, this is a world exclusive.
Right.
It's a world exclusive because it's a bit of DR content, but it's at the expense of myself. But shout out AGT. He's out in Hong Kong. Sorry, he's in Bangkok at the moment. Sorry, not Hong Kong.
I wonder if we can get it onto here.
Yeah. You should be able to. Oh, there you go.
Fight.
There you go.
Put it on.
There you go. So there you go. Let's go back to the start.
Yeah.
So it's Coley. AGT is out there in Bangkok at the Icons event where there's a lot of ex-pros. He's doing great stuff, great content. And I told him, catch up with Coley when you're there, my hero, this, that, and the other. And he sent this into the group and he goes, this can go out today. So this probably hasn't even, don't tell them we're doing this. This hasn't gone out yet. This is exclusive. But because it's part of the story that's here, I'm claiming
stolen exclusive.
Yeah. Because, at the end of the day, it's, this is the story being said. So this is the message that Coley had in the backup and the aftermath of when I said we had that contact about him telling me to believe. Run the VT.
Fletch, man, just keep believing, man.
I'm Liverpool, so I don't want to.
I have to tell him, man, keep believing.
Keep believing, yeah. So that's the message for Flex from Coley. Keep believing whilst he cleans his clubs.
Keep believing. I told him that, and what have we done since then? 2 wins. Man City, Arsenal.
And look at Coley with the bicep vein as well.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at
100%.
Yeah.
So there's the message. I did speak to Coley about coming on as well. He was just super busy, and obviously, like you said, you see there, he had to fly out to there. He was obviously on the kit reveal as well, on that kit that Leach is wearing, the Stone Roses lab. Yeah. He was part of the rollout for that. So, but Coley, he said it there. I told Flex believe. What have we done since then? 2 big wins, and I told you guys I'm locking in.
That's pretty cold, isn't it? I told him believe what we've done since then. 2 wins, fist bump. See you later, mate. All while in his clubs as well. You know what I mean? No biggie. Just said believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just said believe. No problem.
Exactly.
Andy Cole, treble winner. Just kind of
so mad.
Him and Dwight York linking up at the new camp, just scoring goals. You know what I mean?
So mad.
Final day
in our history,
who was in goal for Spurs that day? Was it Ian Walker or someone in goal for them?
Maybe,
lobs him over, you know what I mean? Win the title at Old Trafford, no problem. Sandy Cole, one of the greatest ever goal scorers in the Premier League. Doesn't get spoken about enough as well, you know what I mean? Just goal scorer at Newcastle, at United. Also as well, at Arsenal as a youngster, they don't think he's all that. He goes, I'll show you who I am. I'll go be Andy Cole. You know what I mean?
And those are pinch yourself moments where I think KG said that to me the other day, and it's like, you do it this is your hero. It is mad. It is mad. And
he's got a great story. He's got also as well. Obviously, an unbelievable player. But when he did an interview on Stick to Football a while ago, and when you hear more about his sort of backstory and what he had to actually overcome to get to the player that he was, and then obviously post football, the health issues that he's had as well, and still up and about doing stuff, whatever. It's incredible. You know what I mean? It's incredible. A great guy, fantastic guy. And
also, I did an evening with Coley. It was about his whole life. And I'll have to find it. Oh, there it is. There, Flex Me, Sandra Cole. And I'm gonna share it.
It's
in
a great
chat.
Story.
Because it's like a whole night with. It's like over an hour long, and it's I did this. When did I do this? 5 years ago. I did this. 5 years ago. And it was a sit down with Coley on stage. It was a live audience. I'm gonna put it in the chat. I'm gonna share that right there. If you guys ever want to check it out. Because I did a whole night with him, went through everything from Sir Alex times, his young days at Arsenal, how he had to leave, Newcastle, everything. It's all there. So make sure you guys check it out, man. I might watch that back myself, actually, because I forget.
At Bristol for a while, wasn't he? I think he was.
Bristol, yeah. So he's phenomenal man. And even now, to him now, obviously he has a kidney.
So I mean, his health issues and
And while we were live on the stage, his alarm went off. He was like, "Sorry, that's my medication for my kidney." You see a really vulnerable side to him. And
he talks about he talks about his son, who's a footballer as well. Scored a load of goals as well in the Football League. He's got it's not only with Andy Cole, it's not just obviously a career, it's a life. He's got a great life story. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Fantastic life story. It's great.
IMO
says, Flex, are you going to get the Stone Roses trainers?
The
eyes.
Yeah, with the eyes. No, unless they are gifted to me. I'll be honest.
I was wondering how you were going to phrase that.
Yeah, there's no other way to.
Unless they are bequeathed to me.
Yeah, gifted to me. Because also, I'm not a big. The tracksuit top's nice. I'm not a big Adidas like Stan Smith and Gazelle guy. Really, those type of I'm not really on them. But if they did gift them to me, they'd go in the studio and stuff. Like
Yeah,
we've got the last ones. We've got the black and red ones. Adidas gifted it, and maybe someone from Adidas might gift me the other thing. I don't know, but
maybe you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And if they are
I'm a
watching,
Nike man, Nike and Jordan.
maybe they can just give some of those Stone Roses stuff in like a medium, and then I can do what I did last year, give it to my dad for his birthday. You know what I mean?
There you
I
go.
got my dad the Stone Roses stuff I had to buy it for my Stone Roses stuff for his birthday. He loved it last year. It was the reversible jacket thing.
What color was that again? Last year
it was like yellow and green
and orange
kind of thing.
Quite bright, wasn't it?
No, it was almost a bit like it was like yellow and green kind of thing. Stone Roses, Man United. I'm typing with one hand because Ash just sat on me. Stone Roses, Man United. I'm just seeing the new one. The new one's the blue.
Yeah, new one's the blue.
Last year it was. It's a picture of Garnacho. I can't use that picture.
Stone Roses are such a part of Manchester United. It's
it's part of it's the walkout song, isn't it? This is the one.
It literally is. Yeah, exactly. It's
this is the one.
So ingrained Manchester group, like it's the the army one. Yeah.
Move that. It was that. It was that. You know what I mean?
As well.
It was that one.
Yeah.
Because the problem was when I googled that, the first one I saw was this fucking gut. I saw that.
We had the lemon in his mouth.
Yeah. That needs to be used more. That picture of Garnacho.
I'm surprised no one's taken that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That needs to be used more. But yeah, that was it last year. I got my dad there.
There you go. De Zerbi resigned. So people are talking about that, I think. Or he wants to. He's going to, or something like that.
For all of the chat about, maybe him at United, he would not last 5 minutes.
No way.
He would not last 5 minutes. You know what I mean? I agree.
He's really combustible.
I think he's a great coach, but he's clearly very volatile, isn't he? You know what I mean? and at a club like Manchester United, could you imagine like the press conferences and all this kind of stuff? With the way the media, forget like even would he work with Ineos, and probably not. But secondly, just with the media and the fan base, holy shit, that would just be a total disaster, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? Ruben Amorim, I'm an emotional guy, and he emotioned himself out of it towards the end. You know what I mean? Because he was pissed off. De Zerbi would not last 5 minutes.
No, not under Ineos. He's too combustible. No. He's too combustible. Guys, the preview. Check that out later on. Preview with myself and Owen for the Fulham game.
Come on tomorrow.
Tomorrow 9 a.m. So that will be with you. And of course, we have the Trinity podcast, episode 96 off the top of my head, because we got to 95 last week, didn't we?
Yeah,
was
pretty
95
close,
last week, or was that the week before? I think it's episode 96 today.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be live at 4 p.m. as well. So a lot more to come. And of course, the presser, where Michael Carrick will probably, Simon Peach will definitely start with any update on Patrick. Any update, Patrick? We know it's bad.
Michael, what's the latest on Patrick after his injury last weekend?
Also Mateus as well.
And Mateus has he had a bit of a setback? Yeah. And apart from that, anyone else? Aside from that, it's going to be the same team. Thank you.
Yeah. Now the press conference can start.
Yeah, exactly.
The press conference reaction or whatever's said in that, we'll have that during the Trinity, as we do every single Friday. Peace be with you, people. Big up to all of you.
Yes, peace be with you.
Yes. Which one is that? Star Trek, or is it what's it from again? Star Wars. Peace be with you. Which one's it from again? Peace be with you. E.T. Which one is it? I know it's from one of them things. Not E.T. That's crazy. Not E.T. Peace be with you.
If you're talking about Star Wars, if you're talking about Star Wars, if you're talking about Star Wars, it would be May the Force be with you.
Oh yeah, so it's not that. Which one's Peace be with you? Who says that? Spock.
I don't know if they say peace be with you. That is Star Trek. Because
that's Star Trek.
Spock and the Vulcan.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really do Star
Trek. Peace be with you from a thing. I swear peace be with you is from something.
I feel
is it Star Trek?
Is it a Star Trek thing? I don't know. I don't watch Star Trek.
See, Owen?
Yeah. No, it's not. Live long and prosper, Star Trek. Yeah. Peace be with you, I think.
That is from Church Flex.
Church. Yeah, I was just going to say, I think I just sort of organized religion. You know what I mean? I'm not really
Josh
sure.
knows. Don't mess about with Josh with these things. He knows all of this.
Yeah, shit. Spock is live long and prosper.
So peace be with you. It's just normal church. It's biblical.
Star Wars is, may the force be with you. Peace be with you is kind of like, I'm feeling like I should be making the sign of a cross. Like,
or peace be upon you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Peace be with you. Okay. Well, anyway, guys, it's a nice thing of what I said. What's all this shit? I just want you guys to be peaceful. I don't know why we're arguing over where it comes from. I want wherever it comes from.
Because you said peace be with you, and then went, is that Star Wars or E.T.? E.T. phone home and peace be with you. Was that last little bit at the end, wasn't it? E.T. phone home and peace be with you. Okay. Steven Spielberg. It was a nice little bit at the end. It's a little bit.
Oh, what? And peace be with you. What? He says that. What did you just say?
E.T. doesn't say "May peace be with you." I was taking.
Right. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, I thought I knew that. Eyes. Guys, we'll see you at the Trinity. We need to go. Getting silly now.